Well, my daddy left home when I was 3 and it didn't leave much. The mom made just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him cause he ran and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, when named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell ya, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fist got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search a honky-tonks and bars, kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gaertner in mid-July, and I just hit tired and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at a table, dealing studs, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. Knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him high right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed with the walls and into the streets, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and then he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He reached for his gun and I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name to help to make you strong. Yeah. So now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I'm gonna blame me if you do, but you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye. 'Cause I'm the son of a gun that named you Sue. Yeah, what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, and I called him my pa and he called me son, and I come away with a different point of view. Now I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him not Sue. No, not doing it. Maybe his middle name. So there's a little struggle, but not as much struggle.